Hello and welcome once again. This is episode 217 of This Week of Gear Report. And you know what? We are gonna do some of the pre-programmed stuff. We've been doing a lot of just kind of doing other things. We're actually going to do some of the pre-programmed things. But first, I have to. Looks like Kevin is trying to join. I'm going to give him a minute to see. I don't see an image with him. You know what? I'm going to add him and see what happens. There we go. Maybe he's just doing audio this week. Hi, I'm Jeff. Good to see you. Happy to have you here for This Week of Gear Report, the video cast. I've started calling it more of a podcast lately, and then I realized I'm actually paying for a podcasting platform and haven't been publishing there because it's a new process. I haven't been doing it. So I should probably start calling it a podcast again and be less visually dependent, do more descriptive stuff, spoken descriptive stuff, and actually publish it via Podbean so we can build things on that side. Let's see here. I'm afraid to ask why you're in. Is that the Simpsons house, Mr. Komar?
It is. It is.
Yes. Okay.
It is. I got tired of my blurred background and the environment around me is suboptimal. But it's not as cool as your Guitar Mageddon. So I decided I would Google real quick, and I came up with the Simpsons background.
Wow. Well, hey, that's pretty cool. Okay, so you could do what Kevin did. Kevin, he'd been on the show a few times. He starts building a wall. Next thing you know, he's got walls with patches and walls with guns and special lighting.
Yep. Yeah, I need to get to that. I will do that.
I'm not saying you have to do that by any means. I want to set the bar, Yeah. Let's see. And we'll see if Kevin actually joins us because he's been muted. He's had no video. I'm tempted to pull him off the screen, but then that's when he'll figure it out and he'll start participating. Right. So we're leaving for now.
He needs to show up.
There he is.
There he be.
Yeah. With the wall in the back. See, we were talking about the wall, and there it is.
Hey, I got it squared away. What's up, gentlemen?
There you go. Which you're not going to ask me.
How's it going this evening, gentlemen?
It's going okay. It's going okay. I'm not used to being referred to, in the same sentence as the word gentleman. So you threw me there with that one a little bit. Let's see. G-Web says, I heard there will be outside pizza. I think you were maybe mistaken, G-Webs. The outside pizza will happen tomorrow. I actually made pizza dough today, and I will make some wood-fired pizza oven tomorrow. And to the other question, yes, I was referring to Podbean. I've probably been paying for it for 6 months, haven't set it up yet, which is why I have not signed up for repurpose.io, because that looks like an amazing service also that is well worth the money. I don't have time to deal with the setting it up right now. So yeah, Ouch is right. Me, a penny screams when it is finally ripped from my hands. So, paying for 6 months of it, not using it has been very painful for me. Speaking of which, are either of you guys going to the Iraq veteran media event in the beginning of October?
I am not.
Well,
not going?
I'm considering going Friday night, showing up, saying hi, seeing people. Saturday morning, I got to go with the Army and be a soldier.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, that's in Marietta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So I might go there Friday and then roll down to Marietta after that.
Gotcha.
Are you going to be there?
It looks like we are going to be there.
Okay.
We were trying to coordinate. It looked like we were going to share a place with Flying Rich and some of the people he hangs out with. until I saw what it was going to cost. I was like, wait a second. We always go to this event because we could camp at the shooting range, and that really kept our costs down. And, I've made an investment in big ass military tents, and you in an RV, and neither of us, we can't put the big tent
part
up.
of the
You can't
reason
park
I
the
bought that
RV.
RV was for the
Right.
Part of the reason I bought the RV was for this event.
Like, I literally
And
bought big military tents and keep a couple Humvees around for events like this. And then when they're like, oh, well, you can't do it anymore, I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So my friend Jay lives near there. We're going to go, me and Jose Juan and TJ are going to be the official Gear Report crew at this point. We're going to go camp at Jay's house, which is 45 minutes away, but there's nothing close to that range, the range that shall not be named. But apparently the owner of the range that shall not be named has said no more camping on site. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, we've been friends for years. And I'm surprised he didn't mention anything about it, but I assume it's probably like an insurance thing or something.
Yep.
And Gary's here with 3 Yos. 3 of them. Count them. That's amazing. I get pumped up over the Yos. I don't know why. I still don't even know why we do the 3 Yos. We've been doing it for so long, I can't remember. But anyhow, Gary, thank you for the 3 Yos. That's much appreciated. Before we dive in, I swear I thought we talked about the Live Free Armory LF308 match receiver set last week, but based on the date, it would have not been published until Friday. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Before we dive in and talk about that, then I want to see what you guys have going on. Anything you guys anything interesting before we dive into the kind of the looking at a written review? What's happening in your lives?
So I got a form for approval. Got a form for approval for somebody of a GSL suppressor a couple hours ago, and earlier today, and they are currently operating in a public safety position. And so I am anxiously waiting to complete that 4473 and do that transfer to them between calls tonight, because their area of responsibility contains where I live. So I may have to pop off here if they get an opportunity between calls to swing by and do that transfer.
Gotcha. All right. Yep. Well, that's good to hear. That you're moving some cans and helping people preserve their hearing. I think it's a hell of a service you provide there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's right. I thought you'd like that.
G-Web says, probably got tired of y'all leaving your poop and stuff behind at the range. No, we didn't do that. I know maybe some other people were not considerate. We always did a really good job there. And I'd always, like, I was usually the last person to leave the range on Sunday because I'd hang out and just talk to the range owner for an hour or two before hitting the road. And so I was really surprised, but I also am like, maybe I should call him and say, hey, I saw you're not letting people camp, but I can camp, right?
I'm special.
But I was like, I don't know that I want to be that guy. Although this event, the Iraq Veteran Media Days weekend thing, does attract some people who don't mind flexing, right? So we'd fit in if we were flexing a little bit. TJ is looking dapper this evening in blocky pixels and no motion. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Well, dapper.
Yeah. Yeah, it even sounded a little robot-y. That's amazing. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think that actually helped with the make the voice a little less robot-y too. Right. Plus, we get to see the greatest picture I've ever taken in my
Ever.
life. So.
Greatest picture ever.
Yeah, someone must be breaking in. Kevin just jumped up and grabbed something. Oh no. Okay. I thought he was arming himself. Like, are we about to see a home invasion? But
That's
no, I
the
don't
best
think
picture ever there, Jeff. And
Yeah.
I don't care what those people say.
Yeah. I know. I was
I went and
threatened
grabbed
over
my
that
HK
picture.
hat.
I figured that's what you were doing. When you sat down, I was like, oh, and it's a shame TJ went off screen, so we don't get to illustrate here.
Shameless plugs for H&K.
Just
Please give us H&K stuff.
Yeah.
You know, HK actually posted the GSL Phoenix on their Instagram this week.
Ooh.
It was awesome. It made me happy.
Oh, excuse me.
Speaking of plugs for awesome companies, Komar, is your shirt from Texas?
I cannot remember.
It is.
On
is.
the back it says the American dream is not money, it's liberty, I think.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yep. So that shirt from American Resistance, also known as Black Rifle Gear, is down in Texas, and he makes some badass rifles.
All right.
Awesome.
Is that what it
guy.
says? The American dream isn't money, it's liberty? Or is it...
Nah, that's just one of his shirts. That's
I do like
FFL.
Simpsons background there, Komar. That's fantastic.
What's that?
I like the Simpsons background.
Yeah,
it is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Simpsons.
It is pretty
That's
cool.
not the real house. Wait,
It
what?
is. He's there.
He lives in the cartoon.
Yeah. That's
It
amazing.
feels like it
Yeah.
sometimes, man.
Yeah. Is that the kind of day you're having? You feel like you're in the Simpsons.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
All right, I gotta share. So we already saw G-Web's talked about the outside pizza. Did anyone see the thumbnail that's the background here? Dang it, I'm gonna have to take all of us off the screen just so I can show that, and then we can talk about why. So
Do it, Jeff.
Yeah.
do it. Let's see the thumbnail.
Let's start with TJ. Let me bring everyone back. The thumbnail was the automatic frozen concoction maker machine.
That is sweet.
That I picked up. And, TJ will tell you, he thinks I drink all the time because whenever I'm with him, he drives me to drinking like that. And, but typically that's like about the only time I drink is if I'm hanging out with TJ or hanging out with my brother. Why put a pie in your blender? Yeah, I'm not combining the pizza and the frozen drinks. I have the little battery powered version of that Margaritaville drink maker, and you can only do like one little drink at a time. And I said, you know what? I want to get the bigger one, and it does okay on Amazon. So I found the bigger one locally and picked it up at a big discount so that I can make some Amazon videos. And this is one of the reasons, like, sometimes I love my life because I have an excuse to buy an automatic margarita machine whenever I want. Or, if I want another pizza oven, whatever, I buy another pizza oven. Or if I want guns or guitars or whatever, I just get it because then I can create content, monetize that content, and it's all part of the business. And
what's your life?
So anyhow, I wanted to share, and in case anyone's curious, I really do like that larger frozen drink maker. The little one is battery powered. You could take it out on a boat with you if you're into boating and drinking.
Talking about hiking,
or camping, or whatever. I don't know about hiking. That seems like extra work for no reason.
I would bring it hiking,
but it's good. But it doesn't have the power or the throughput that the big countertop machine does, where you can make like 3 12-ounce servings at a time. So I'm digging it. I'm going to shoot some more videos, get those up on Amazon. Let's see. The other thing I don't recall. Why don't we dive into real quick Let's see. It is This Week at Gear Report.
Whoa! I haven't
For
seen that in
recent
forever.
reviews, I swear, I thought we talked about this one on the show last week. But looking at the date and then looking at like the days of the week, that would have been Friday, and we do the show on Thursday. So just in case we didn't, I didn't want to shaft Live Free Armory.
Somebody effed up the dates, didn't they?
Well, potentially.
That
I
is
don't
a sexy picture right there. I'm gonna throw it out there.
I kind of agree. Yeah. Your photo I do remember seeing this because I remember talking about how it showed up, quote, in the white. You know, meaning it was all right, let me switch. Since TJ's not on camera, we'll move him off.
Yeah, you put me at the bottom. I don't care. Apparently my camera's jacked.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anyhow, we did talk about this last week, but
Okay.
I wanted to be sure we didn't leave him out. Is there anything, because I don't think you were with us on this program last week.
I was not. I missed that one.
Is there anything you want to talk about with this and the match?
I mean, as far as you know, an AR-10 match receiver set, it was fantastic. Everything matched up. I mean, when you lock those together, there was no play whatsoever into that.
Yeah, that's
the only thing I had an issue with the hand guard they sent with it. My suppressor wouldn't go underneath it, so I had to get the Phoenix Weaponry AR-10 hand guard to go over the suppressor, which barely fit. But I had to use the duty coat on everything over there.
Yeah,
the monster tough duty coat on everything.
Yeah, that's pretty
looks
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
You picked a good color, a little bit darker brown. It'd be doo-doo brown, and then I'd have to question your judgment picking that color.
I tried to go with the imitation FAL look, but that's all I got.
Yeah,
the bronze, the brown, and the coyote tan.
Cool. Well, yeah, looks pretty good, and we did talk about that last week. I'm still going to drop a link in here. Let's see, where are our comments? And we'll share that. If anyone wants to go check that article out, please go check it out. We're not going to go through the whole thing again because then you wouldn't have any need to go read the article. And that's like why we publish them is so you'll go read them, right?
Read that crap.
Reviews will be published soon. I've still got like 9 or 10 in the queue. I got a couple done. I'll be honest with you. I've had personal stuff going on the last week.
That's fine.
And I got a bunch published last week, and I didn't get a single one published since then. But one of the dangers of being a gear reviewer is that you accumulate things, right? Because your brand sends stuff, you buy stuff, whatever. If you're going to review gear, you have to have gear to review, right? However you get it, you end up with a house full of gear. So do you even want to guess what I did today?
Like guitar stuff.
I posted 20 different guitars for sale.
Oh God.
On the where is it? Guitars and gear for sale.
Guitar-mageddon.
Yeah. Well, we should probably.
I like that one. That's fantastic. That's a great looking guitar right there.
It is. I thought you'd like it. There we go. It's taking a while to load here. Guitar-mageddon. There we go.
Yeah.
Since I know y'all are waiting on that.
Yeah.
But I added. So yesterday I went and added, and then a bunch of these have video. Like, does that guy look excited or what?
Look at that.
Excited.
Yeah. Yeah. That was before that was right before the Guitar Channel got nuked. And I was like really putting effort into making guitar videos. And I feel like I was at a great rhythm. Everything was going well. The channel was growing, and then YouTube screwed us. So
did they decide they just didn't like people viewing content?
Content that had to do with Chinese knockoffs of American-owned brands. So anyhow, I updated this page with a whole bunch of new stuff. And I actually have some more things to add to it. I just realized. But then I also added everything to Facebook Marketplace because that's where I'm selling most stuff like that. It's just easier to post it locally. I have like a Reverb store, which is like eBay for musical instruments. The GearReport demo shop is up there, and but they take so much between what they take and then the way they do the reporting of income stuff. It's like, man, you can't sell it for enough that there's any margin left. Well, it's like eBay, Reverb, anything like that. When you use one of these platforms that has fees, you have to raise your prices in order to cover the fees. And once you do that, now the stuff doesn't sell. So that's where I've had the struggle there, and why I have just resorted to everything goes on my guitars and gear for sale page. But like I said, I just added 20 to that, and today uploaded the 20 to Facebook Marketplace. So if anyone's looking for anything like that, please grab those. None of those were too incredibly painful to list. I mean, you know how it is. You ever go through the gun room and are like, I need to get, thin the herd a little bit. And it's very hard to figure out what
it is tough. I agree. It is tough. I don't know.
No.
When you're reviewing it at a high enough volume and the stuff
only buy,
accumulate,
only buy, never sell.
No, listen.
I hear you, but
it's only so big.
At some point, like I have to be able to walk through my office, which is getting difficult again. I gotta move some things to make room for new stuff. So, so that's what's happening there. Let's see.
Only buy, never sell.
What does that mean? That SG pop free. What's pop mean? TJ
SG?
Play Nice. As SG is this. It's a Gibson guitar. This is an actual real Gibson, whereas I have a bunch of Chibsons. They say Gibson, but they're made in China. This is a real Gibson, and I just put new pickups in it a couple days ago. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I don't like the look of these, but I wanted to see how they sounded. If they sound good, I'll swap some covers onto them to make them look right. But yeah, is it pop free? I don't know what pop free means, but it's I'm absolutely loving it. Like, I've had 5 or 6 other Gibson SGs before and never really bonded with one. That one I just bond with. It's oh yeah. I did list the Angus. He says Chibi. That's a Chipson. That is because I got the actual Gibson Silverburst. So this one, it's based off of Angus Young from AC/DC, and it's a beautiful guitar. It really is.
How's it play?
It plays well. It feels well. It doesn't. The dimensions aren't right. Like, looking at it from the front, it looks right, but you turn it sideways and it's too thick. And the neck is too thick. And that's the thing about, like, why do you have multiple guitars? It's like, why would you have multiple guns? Like, you've got one. Why do you need more? Well, they fit different. They're good for different things. They feel different when you're using them. Well, same with guitars. If you go buy a Glock and you go to shoot it and it feels like you're shooting a revolver, you're going to be like, this doesn't make sense. Like, there's a disconnect in your brain now. Why is this Glock shooting like a revolver? Well, that's what happened with this Angus SG. Is it looks like an SG. SG is the model. It means solid guitar, because Gibson's super clever with their naming, right? They have a certain feel to them, and they're light. And this one, it's not. It looks the part from the front, but it doesn't feel right. It sounds good. It plays good. But I wanted something that felt right. So that's what I got. What did he say here? Sounds like what an addict would say. I just need one more.
Well, one more.
Just
one more.
I don't have a problem. It's okay.
I do a lot of content for Philmont Scout Ranch, which is a Boy Scout thing, right? I was a Boy Scout growing up, and they told us to be prepared, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Like, how are you going to be prepared if you don't have the right stuff?
Yeah. How are you going to jam out if you don't have the right guitars?
Right. I want to rock out with my
Chicken out.
sock out.
Glock out.
Lock out. I knew there was something. I couldn't remember what it was. I knew there was something that was going to be out. Yeah. So anyhow, that was the main part of Guitarmageddon. But you know what? What does he say? I need a new one. That last one was too thick for something. Yeah, I hear you. 30 electrics and well, that's kind of where I am, about that many in the office. You never have enough. No such thing as too many. I mean, whether we're talking about guns or guitars, you can really make an argument that if you got the money, you got the room, and you don't have other responsibilities, get whatever the hell you want. Why not? I mean, that's kind of where I come from on that. And I guess while we're on the Guitarmageddon kick, since I know it makes CJ happy, I did pick up. I had sold almost every Fender guitar that I had. And then I just got this. You see it has a mirrored pick guard. And it's a Telecaster, which is supposed to have a little skinny single coil pickup here. This has got a really neat one. It's called the Ibanez Flying Fingers, which I thought was a cool name.
I've been called that before.
Right. And anyhow, this it's like a late 70s, early 80s pickup in here that is real popular with some people. And I found that locally for honestly a screaming deal. And I wasn't looking for one, but I was like, hey, I've not made any videos on this. So I was able to get it, make some videos. I've already got it listed to see if I can clear it out. Although I like it. You know how it is. You get stuff for reviews and it's like you're telling yourself, I'm not going to keep this one, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to use it, get the review done and get rid of it. And then it's like,
yeah,
well, I like it. I don't want to get rid of it. Yeah.
I feel you. I know how it is.
I'm feeling it with that one. Certainly the SG, the Silver Burst, I thought it was just a smoking deal. I mean, that guitar, I saw one at Guitar Center a few days ago. What was it? It was, I want to say it was $1,699. So $1,700 on their big Labor Day sale. So it's like a $2,000 guitar for a Silver Burst SG like this. And I picked this one up locally with a couple of really nice Gibson branded bags that were like extra and a little amplifier for $400. And I was like,
nice.
I don't even need it, but I'm buying
my money.
And then as it turns out, it's thin, it's light, it feels right, it plays right. It has quickly become like my number one or number two favorite, which is insane. So let's see. I bet that mirrored one was real popular with some brands in the 70s. I don't remember. I was born in the 70s, but I was too young to know about that stuff. But I don't know. That guitar is actually a 2001, I think is when it was made. But the pickup is an older pickup that had come out of something. It sounds really good. Yeah. So we're seeing that a lot of the brands are raising prices. So I was in a guitar group today. I posted something about listing 20 guitars for sale. And the guy said, I don't know how you do it. I can't do that. Or basically my guns, he said. I have trouble selling any of them. I can't figure out what to sell. And he said, they're getting too expensive for new ones. And I was thinking to myself, he was saying, well, you know what? You can't get a good lever gun for under like $850. And I thought, well, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't bought a lever gun in a while. The last Henry sent me a lever gun a couple years ago, and it was way more than $850. It was like one of the stainless models that is a bit more pricey. So he's probably correct. But generally speaking, what do you guys think? Like, have you noticed inflation in the gun market?
Oh yeah.
Because I
Oh,
also
yeah.
see things like, the Glock copies. Then PSA comes out with their
The dagger.
the dagger, and they're not just making a basic copy. Like they're pimping them out every which way but Sunday.
Yeah.
G Webs is right. He says easy, sell what you can replace. Absolutely. And what you find is sometimes you go to replace it and you realize you didn't like it that much, and it's okay not having it. In which case you can get something you like better. I'm a big fan of if you're not sure about something and it is a replaceable item, just dump it, get rid of it. And if you find that you missed it and you really want it again, go buy it back. I've sold
Buy it again.
probably 120 or 130 guitars in the past few years, and there's only one that I wish I could have back. I'm still kicking myself for that one.
Oh,
because
regret.
I traded it away, and then I actually had an opportunity to go buy it back, and I didn't. And it was actually a reasonable price too. Like I should have. Like it made financial sense. Even if I just wanted to play it a little bit, sell it again, I'd have made money, and it would have been worthwhile. I should have done it, but I didn't. And it was this one, the gold top that had been played so much the finish was worn off. A lot of people do this. They'll buy a guitar and they'll scratch it up, make it look like it's been played a lot. This one was actually played enough to wear the finish off, which, I mean, you know what it is. It's like battle worn. It's like, I don't want to get something and put all sorts of fake damage on it, whether it's a gun or a guitar or whatever. This is the only one that I sold that I wish I wouldn't have. And gun wise, I hadn't sold many guns, but the ones I did, I had no regrets. Easy to buy new ones.
No regrets.
Not a single letter.
Right.
You mentioned Henry, the lever guns earlier, right?
Yep.
This guy right here is the Henry Golden Boy, right? And it's got its own golden match suppressor to it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I've seen it. I'm going to try and share a photo of it for you, a little bit better photo. I don't think that I've seen the inflation you're talking about with Henry's guns. I mean, they have went up in price. This one has a full MSRP of like $650.
Huh.
So
holy crap.
Was that a 22 or like
yeah, it's a 22. Can you see the photo?
What's up to finish to add?
Sorry. I forgot
That's
to.
okay.
I'm sitting here waiting, and like, oh yeah, I'm the one that has to add that to the screen.
Yeah, right here it is.
Yeah.
So there you can see the Henry
cool.
Golden Boy,
Yeah.
and it is a freaking beautiful gun.
Yeah.
And we got it color matched up with a brass sleeve suppressor on here, and it's QD, and it's kind of fun.
Fancy.
Very cool.
But I haven't seen them crazy. I mean, I thought that gun was over $1,000. Turns out full MSRP on it's like $650.
Right.
As far as firearms, I haven't seen I haven't seen the inflation on that end of it. Everything else though.
Right.
Like the firearms industry is kind of like, all right, listen, we know everybody's hurting. Let's just keep, I don't know if it's hurt them that much. Most people get everything shipped in bulk, stuff like that. But
is that
you got to imagine the materials are going up. So
they are, and I've heard some of the manufacturers they're like, hey, we're gonna have to raise prices.
Yeah.
And there are some companies out there that arbitrarily raise prices just because it's a new year. Like, it's 2024. Let's raise prices again. But I mean, I've only seen 2 price increases with GSL since 2019.
Those bastards.
And both of them were both of them were, very much needed,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So one of them is because they were selling them below cost. They were selling them below the manufacturing cost.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
well,
not good.
I guess if you really got to have You really got to make a dent in your competitor's market share. I guess that's a way to do it, huh?
No, it was because they didn't know how much they cost them to make.
Oh my
Because they hadn't
goodness.
run the analytics on it.
That's embarrassing.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, did you see that, Jeff?
Right.
Did I see what?
That
Link for Guitar Gear Report in this videos. The account has been terminated due to a counterfeit claim by a third party. Oh man.
son of a bitch.
Oh, in the video's description. Oh, I thought I had changed that. Okay, thanks for letting me
geez.
know. I will go change that. Well, hopefully I'll remember that before the next one. That's what I was talking about, where they shut the Guitar Gear Report channel down on YouTube. Like, of all the crap that I do, that's the one that I think it was EVH, the Eddie Van Halen guitars, like the one back here. That is a copy of an EVH. And I think they got mad about that video being posted. And instead of they a week or two prior, they had complained to someone else, actually probably a month prior, to another YouTuber. And he told them to pound sand. Like, he made a whole series. He milked this and took his channel from being real little to like a really big popular channel, all riding this wave of telling EVH that they could suck it. And so I was like, oh, sounds like I got to get an EVH too, so that I can maybe ride that wave a little bit. And I posted that video, and instead of calling me and saying you need to take the video down and giving me ammunition to grow my channel, they were just
shut your whole channel down.
Report to YouTube, legal violation. YouTube, we're going to sue you if you don't take this channel down. And they wouldn't even talk to me. So that is why that is up there. I need to go change the link to point to the Rumble channel, because most of those videos are still out on Rumble. Oh, let me drag that over. I mean, we've got a bunch of channels on Rumble. We just, I honestly haven't been updating them over there, because they used to have a tool that would automatically, when you publish something on YouTube, it would grab it and republish it on Rumble, and it's not doing that anymore. So I need to get that republish.io, repurpose.io, excuse me, and set it up so that whenever a video gets posted one place, it gets copied out to Odyssey and Rumble and all of the different platforms that we have videos.
Everywhere.
What's that?
Everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, because you can see it was this unboxing EVH Frankie that you see right here. You can even see the UPS guy hauling it up the driveway. Yep. And I was pretty happy with that. The UPS truck and him carrying it up and the overlay of the actual guitar. I was like, this is a pretty good thumbnail. I thought it was doing pretty good on him. And then nuked. So anyhow, you go find that on Rumble. And then the other things we have on Rumble, regular Gear Report, Guitar Gear Report, camping, firearms, Humvee, swimming, and then the Maker channel. Like, all of them are there. So don't be afraid to go check us out. Any of the Gear Report channels on Rumble. And I promise I'm going to start uploading more stuff on those channels as well, especially once I get that repurpose.io set up here shortly. Let's see.
What's up, Bullet for Bucks?
Oh, he's here. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the comments here. I got busy and missed them. Yeah. So DJ mentioned the greenie model. I had a couple. I ordered a couple greenies, and fortunately, so here's something I was about to do. I was about to order the more expensive. They've got like the cheaper ones, like $1,200-1,300. I got the Chinese knockoffs that were $200-300 a piece. I was about to order the $1,200 one to compare it to, which is not the expensive one. That's like the lower of the Gibson Epiphone branded stuff. And I didn't. And it's a good thing because the channel got nuked and I wouldn't have got to show it anyway. So
all the crap we do, they nuked the guitar channel.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Apparently they don't watch this show.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I mean, this would have been an easy one.
I
So let's talk about that real quick. We got enough people here. I've mentioned it before. What do you guys think? I'm thinking that what are we going to call this? We're going to call this Boo ATF. I'm thinking that we're going to go through the end of this year with this format. Every week we get on at 9 and we shoot the shit. We talk about stuff that's been reviewed, stuff that will be reviewed. But honestly, this format isn't doing well on any of the video platforms.
No,
it's not making us any money or anything.
YouTube's not helping us in any way.
Right. And I think from listening to Clover, doing a live stream like this absolutely nukes all of the different key metrics that help get a channel promoted. So, so we really, are like hurting the Gear Report channels by doing this stuff. So let's see. Oh, I understand what that comment's about now. Okay, so we'll catch up here. I do have some that are nitro instead of poly, and that's nitrocellulose lacquer instead of a polyester paint finish on a guitar is what he's talking about. G-Webs, I appreciate you reporting all of our content, so it'll get taken down. That's very thoughtful. The background is a blender.
Jeff is a raging alcoholic.
Because, well, right. I mean, how can you be a good functional alcoholic?
Margaritas for breakfast? Fantastic.
Yeah. So I've got the margarita machine that I picked up a couple days ago, and I haven't published anything since the last show. The only thing really productive I've done was picking up that machine and shooting some videos. So I took a screen grab from one of the videos and made that the thumbnail. And we talked about margarita machines and links to margarita machines, which
suckered you all in by the pick.
Is that it? Yeah, there it is. So if anyone wants to buy one. Anyhow, I strongly encourage any of you people that Bullets for Bucks, G-Webs, Gary, any of the people that do the Amazon videos, don't touch these machines, man. There's too much competition on them. I got it. The portable battery powered one I've done okay with, but this one that I just got has got so much competition. I'm going to be lucky if I get a video placed and make any money on it at all. So I'm not pleased about that. But the discussion though is, what do you guys think? Like what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but y'all have had more time to think about it. Clover has switched to a format where he used to do weekly shows. He would do a show, I think one or two of the things he'd do multiple times a week at one point. And I'm really thinking that I'm just going to abandon this format instead of having an annual sponsor or powered by like we do now with Sylvan Arms. Oh, and that banner is not running. How is that not running? Get up there.
There you go.
Instead of having, powered by Sylvan Arms for the whole year, I think I'm going to do it exactly like Clover's been doing it. And we'll go back to episodes and it'll be, inviting brands or big people and this will probably stay firearms related. And if I want to do something on any of the other channels, with camping people or, guitar people or Humvee people or whatever, they will be on the separate channels. Although I'm even wondering, Clover just made a Clover Tech podcast channel. If you haven't found that, go find that so you can find all his programs. He's not putting those videos on. I think he said he's even deleting them off of his main channels and putting them on the podcast channels so that it's not pulling down the metrics and stunting the growth of his regular channel.
If it's new, that's my theory. If it's nuking the growth and everything else, let's just do it, if we get a brand on or something like that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It seems to be more productive.
And I'm really thinking of 100% just copying what Clover's doing. I think he does 2 seasons a year, and they're 10 episodes per season. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm going to do. And then instead of spending all this time just talking, we can use it a little bit for more strategically directed stuff, like making videos.
Oh no, no Armageddon. Oh no. I'm so upset.
Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, that's I appreciate the feedback on that. We talked about going to the Iraq veteran event.
I'm off the TriggerCon here.
And that's what I was about to ask is TriggerCon's the weekend before. Are you in fact going to that? Who else?
I am. I am off to TriggerCon. I just secured my housing, me and Clover.
Nice.
I got my media stuff done, so I'm good there.
Wow, man. You're gonna be wore out by the time you get to us. Doing
I'm driving up there. I'll have my blue cooler on the back filled with libations and food like normal, and then we'll figure out where we're gonna camp at or stay at.
We're staying at Jay's.
Okay.
And you didn't make it last year, right? So you didn't get to go to Jay's.
Nope.
Jay's a little ways away from there. Nothing is close to that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Nothing's there. That's why camping was fantastic.
Right. Oh, exactly. Yeah, super, super convenient.
Yeah.
Plus, I bought big ass tents to be able to use them.
And I bought an RV.
I know. But so Jay's about 40 minutes away. He's got 30 acres, and he said,
perfect.
You want to be in a field or in the woods? And I said, whatever's easiest for you. And he said, woods it is.
Woods it is. Fantastic.
He's got some power for us.
Can we do some coyote hunting while we're up there?
Do what?
Can we do some coyote hunting while we're up there?
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm hoping that with these changes next year, that event is at a alternate location.
It won't be.
Well, they've tried alternate locations. It didn't work out.
It's always there. It's always going to be there.
We'll see.
I'd rather do it at Clinton House, honestly. That'd be cool.
Could be. It'd be closer.
Right.
It'd be further for them. Have you suggested it to them?
No. I'm sure they've heard of it.
Yeah. All right. So we saw Clover's on. We're not going to abandon this program for that. Although we are going to shut down in a few minutes. But if anyone wants to hang out to the end. So G-Webs. G-Webs is like he wears the consultant hat all the time, I think. Is your goal to foster an active live audience or a podcast listener audience? That's a good question. I think probably a podcast listener audience is going to be better for us. But
it's a good question, though.
Yeah,
the live comments do make a difference.
I think that the opportunity to kind of syndicate, push it out to a whole bunch of platforms, and have it not be dependent on being live, via podcast makes it a little easier to use. Yeah. I completely get what he's saying, that I don't generally listen. I'll get on a kick where I'll listen to podcasts a little bit, and then I get out of the habit of downloading them. Well, which typically just means that the memory on my phone got eaten up and I had to delete all the podcasts, and then I don't have them. Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards we want to move the show more towards being episodic podcasts,
Okay.
download and listen to it when you want.
If we get brands on stuff like that,
Yeah,
we can do
instead of
live
having
and
to
stuff
do
like
it
that,
live.
but at least purpose based.
I hate to say, blatantly copy and clover. From a format standpoint, though, I think that what he's doing, and we've done that. We've probably done what 30 or 40 different brand interviews in our 217 episodes, maybe more. And I felt like those were some of our best content. So I want to, I want to go that direction a little bit more. I think.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, and I get the live audiences do things in real life, which is fun to be a part of, and that's where I love the discussion and DJ stopping in to talk about guitars. I even like Defense Dad complaining when we talk about guitars. Like I like all of it. I really love the discussion.
It's a love-hate relationship over here.
But from a business standpoint, this hasn't. It hasn't achieved all of the goals we'd hoped it would. So it's time to shake things up and do something different. So this is going to continue. We are committed through the end of this year.
Yep.
So we're already September. We got a few months left of doing it this way. And then what we'll do is we'll kick off next year with a different format. Yeah. Before or after, I'm not sure. We may actually kick it off like a week or two before shot. See if we can record some.
We can probably grab some brands on. I mean, we're not. You're not nobody.
With some brands.
Right.
Some straight.
Yep. All right. So let's see. We're about 52 minutes in. Anything else you guys would like to talk about? You said TriggerCon. We got the Iraq Veteran events. Anything else coming up in terms of events?
No, SHOT Show.
I'm not
too
ready.
Soon. Too soon.
Yeah,
too soon.
It's never too soon.
I do have something cool I got today.
Yeah.
Check this out.
All right, let me find the right button to make it clear. Oh, look at that!
Nice.
So these are circuit boards, right? They're circuit board business cards, and they're really cool.
That is.
They've got like a firearm that's kind of superimposed behind it.
Huh.
And
is that so you can see our info once we scan that?
No, it just opens up Linktree essentially. Is that not awesome?
That's cool.
It is cool. I like it.
Very cool. And while we're already full screen, let's move to my favorite segment.
Let me get it up there first.
My favorite segment. The
Patch of
the week.
What do we got?
All right, your patch of the week here is this guy.
No, come on.
Nods Bucky.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Can you pick that up at Bucky's?
I did not.
Is that a naughty after dark patch there?
It's a pretty cool one.
Huh.
SHOT Show's 137 days away.
That's the rumor.
That's your patch of the week. Is the Bucky's night vision.
Oh, which reminds me, I have committed to get some more patches made before SHOT Show, and I haven't ordered them yet, so I need to get on that.
Now would be an opportune time then.
It would. I'll have to send Nancy a note tomorrow. See.
Yep.
I'm getting my ATF patches made finally.
Whatever. I'll believe it when I see it.
Which ones are those?
What's that?
Which ones are those?
Oh, you will love them.
Nice.
I think they will be popular. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
I actually talked to Kristen the other day. I was like, listen, just make them. She goes, I don't know if you have to say, get them from China, get them from China. I don't want to, but she goes, well, getting them here just takes so long. I was like, whatever. I don't care. I just need them by January.
We got time.
That's why you should have ordered them 6 months ago, woman.
Get with Nancy and Tough Patches.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. All right. G-Webs did ask earlier if we're going to do an after, maybe for a couple minutes, but I don't have long tonight.
All right.
So, and yeah, so typically a program like this, when we stop broadcasting, everyone talks for a little while. I don't have long to talk tonight, but we're going to shut it down here in a minute, and then if anyone wants to hop in and be in the after chat for a couple minutes, shoot me a note, or I'll get the link here and share it with the people who do the Amazon stuff here in a second, so we can all hop in and chit chat for a few minutes, and then that'll be it. So until next time, hold on.
Drop it back
Wait,
down.
I gotta get.
Drop it back down.
Dude,
Drop it back
we can't even
down.
see you, Jeff.
There we go. Until next time. Oh, where's my fanger? In North Carolina, I gotta say fanger. There we go. We'll see you at the range.
Put up the second one for TJ.